Welcome back, Vintage Gamers. Dirty Deeds time. I'm going to try to pilot the list that we won the PTQ with a long time ago now. But when this deck won the PTQ, it was a very Saga-dominated metagame. And while we are actually back in a Saga-dominated metagame, the usage of Saga has kind of changed in my mind. When this deck was good as a silver bullet for the PTQ, the way people were using Urza Saga in blue decks was as a primary win condition. And that's kind of just been almost entirely removed from the way these decks play. With the amount of pure Grixis Tinker and Esper Tinker shrinking down to extremely low numbers. For instance, last weekend, there was Sunday where 16 players registered Tinker Saga Breach, and 1 or 2 players registered no Breach Saga. So almost all of the construct-based win condition decks are moving away from that, and the reason is because it's just much easier to get a Breach and kill your opponent with get a Black Ghost and kill your opponent with Breach. I still think that Saga presents a liability in those decks where you can attack it as an enchantment and have some pretty reasonable games. So we're gonna try to play this controlling Bug Oath list. It definitely is on the controlling side of things with Archon as your target. I don't think you want to play Grizzlebrand right now, or Niv Mizzet with the number of Hullbreachers that exist in the format. There are so many Hullbreachers. They're like these for whatever reason, these I don't really think I like it that much. For whatever reason, the stock list of Grixis Breach, Tinker Saga Breach thing, that pile has like 3 Hullbreachers in it. I don't really understand why. It's been fine. Like, it's definitely been okay in testing for me in a variety of decks, but I don't really know why that deck specifically needs to have Hullbreachers. I don't even particularly think the Hullbreachers are that good in the mirror of that deck. That deck doesn't play like cantrips, doesn't play 4 preordain, you know. But anyways, I don't think you want to be playing Grizzlebrand in the usually Grizzlebrand will still beat a Hullbreacher, but sometimes not being able to draw those cards is like actually game losing, and I really dislike that. So we're gonna play this, removing creatures, killing your opponent, somewhat castable. I was really impressed with Swan Song in the most recent Oath video, so I'm gonna try out some Swan Songs today. We have a little bit of backup with Repeal and Pernicious Deed, but this also counters Underworld Breach, which makes it really an interesting choice instead of playing Flusterstorm, because this has enchantment counter, which is fun. And then anything else? I am trying to play like an extreme number of deeds in the main, just because there are a lot of like overwhelming creature decks and overwhelming permanent base decks right now. So we'll try that. And then what else have I tried? We get to replace the Strip Mine we used to play with a Beseiju, which is a very strong upgrade. Obviously, Strip Mine, obviously you might be able to Beseiju a Bizarre player on turn 1, but I think this is just a more well-rounded answer rather than playing a Strip Mine in this deck. Anything else? No, this is what we're doing. This is what we're playing, and then we'll play the Vintage Challenge with this. If you'd like to see your deck played on this channel, check out the Patreon link in the description below, where you can find all the information you need to submit a donation deck list. Let's battle. Okay, here we go. Round 1, Vintage Challenge. We're up against Powerful Wizard Danny Ground, maybe still on Rug. Let's see what happens. Boy, oh boy. That is an unfortunate hand of Magic the Gathering cards. This Beseiju would be a Strip Mine, so it would used to be even worse. If we knew for sure our opponent would play a creature on turn 1, I could probably keep this hand, but with our opponent not being able to play a creature, like, can just be on a combo deck, I kind of think that just kind of don't like this hand. Like, if our opponent is just not on a creature deck, we just lose on the spot. Or even if our opponent has a Force of Vigor and they're like a Bizarre deck, we pretty much lose on the spot. I'm just gonna mulligan this hand. Boy, oh boy. I guess this is fine. I think I'm gonna put away this Emerald and keep the Yogwill for just so I have more action, and then we'll just go hold up Repeal Swan Song And then I guess this is fine. Doesn't really do anything, but it at least has tools. Okay, so this could still be rug, and it can still be reach. Pass. Do I want to cycle repeal? I do kind of feel like I want to cycle repeal. I think it's fine to get tropical here. Yeah, I don't really think so. Blue-red is a pretty niche archetype, actually, just because of its power level is not very high. If opponent wants to counter this, like I don't care too much. Oh. Yeah, I mean, okay. Sure. You're gonna go up to 9 cards if this repeal resolves. Like they might just counter this so they don't have the discard. Like this means they have to discard 2 cards. Yeah, I think it makes sense to crack when I play. I don't even know. I still don't think that's good. Like you're still gonna discard fully. I kind of think casting Ancestral here is just bad. Oh my god, non-interactive has done it. The true OG has reached 4 years. Twitch sub. Wow. Thank you. I appreciate that. I can't believe we've been doing this for 4 years. Jeez. 4 years. Okay, so my opponent did pitch an Oko. It's very likely they're playing their rug deck. They have a very specific build of rug that they like to play, which means fetching my Tropical Island could come back and haunt me if they wasteland me or something like that. But at least we drew into Preordain, which we can cast. I think I'm going to keep both of... Man, the problem with keeping both of these is I'm really not accelerating my game plan if I keep Tropical, but what if my opponent has a Wasteland? I do think I want to keep Swan Song because then I'll have Force and Swan Song. Problem is we need an Oath. The minute we have an Oath, though, we are in a bit of a better spot. That's cheating. You should look at my hand. We probably end up Yaw Willing next turn. We kind of want to hit the land drop. We want to cast Preordain. Hopefully we can resolve a Yaw Will next turn anyways. I'm like pretty worried about getting Wastelanded here. That's the biggest one I'm worried about. Like Wasteland into Fluster or something similar. Seems pretty bad for me. My opponent is going to have more counter magic than I am after resolving their Faithless Looting Ancestral Recall. So opponent gets to play this with perfect information. And we don't know if they have a fetch or a waste. It's likely they have a land no matter what, seeing as they pitched a land. Okay, so are we getting an Oko here? That's the next question. If my opponent plays an Oko, am I allowed to not count? Oh, they're just a Tarmogoyf. Yeah, whatever, I don't care. I mean, I might die to it, to be fair, but it's not something I'm going to fight over. Oh, thanks for the Tarmogoyf, friend. Uh... I guess it's just cast off of Lotus. That just resolves. I guess they can theoretically have main deck Vigor. This list is very uncommon. I don't know if there are any publishes of it recently. Let's just take a quick peek. Yeah, 7. So this is 3 months ago. But this is what I was thinking, that we were playing against 2 Tarmogoyf, 7 Planeswalkers, no Vigor main, but they could have Boseiju. Boseiju wouldn't be the end of the world because we have Yagwell. 3 Pyro, 3 Bolt, 2 Fluster, Mindbreak Trap, Negation, Misdirection. Okay. I'm gonna just pass. I don't think I'm gonna do anything with this floating mana. If I successfully get an Oath trigger, I believe Archon should not be answerable. Well, I mean, I guess they can technically play an Oko after, but should be pretty devastating. Again, they do have perfect information, so if they know that they're not going to win the counter war, it makes sense for them not to engage in a counter war. Okay, I'm glad we haven't gotten wastelanded in this game. I think this was an easy game to lose if we got wastelanded. Time walk. All right, well, I think I have to swan song that. Man, it's really bad for me, huh? Maybe not. Maybe it's not that bad for me. This does let them their Tarmogoyf survive the Archon trigger, which is, I guess, kind of annoying. I guess they just had no answers after Ancestraling. It's kind of interesting. So we get to gain some life. We'll kill their bird token. We might kill their Renin 6. Wow. I flipped over most of my graveyard here. But I guess that makes my Yagwell super lethal, so maybe it's fine. I mean, let's just time walk first. That's lethal, right? 3 damage, 12 damage. I guess this could be the last card in my deck, but I have a Memories Journey, so I don't think that matters. I think I'm supposed to flip over this Archon. Yeah. So I have the Memories Journey plus Force, so this goes 11, and then this attacks, and this triggers, and it's another 12. Man, Archons are sweet. Well, that's a way to win a game. Opponent plays Tarmogoyf, you laugh at them. You play the better 1 green creature. Opponent played 1 green for a Tarmogoyf. I played 1 and a green for 2 Archon of Cruelty. Oh, this doesn't actually kill them, does it? I just miscount I miscounted the damage here. Uh-oh. It's fine. I'm just going to cast this Yagwell. And time walk again. We all know I can't do combat math. Wow. That was a game of Magic the Gathering, huh? They got to see my whole deck, which is good for them. Can I see their whole deck again? Where'd that go? Why is it over here? They're gonna bring in a second Boseiju, 4 Grafdigger's Cage. 4? 4? Opponent doesn't like Oath of Druids apparently. I don't even really have good cards. Like I have Negation is probably fine, and Flusterstorm is probably fine. Should I bring in Claim? Doesn't sound very good. Is it worth it for 4? Should I bring in some claims? And we have Deed. And we have, I guess Swan Song doesn't counter it. You think I should? What's bad? Dress Down's pretty bad. Dress Down just time walks a Tarmogoyf. I guess that's fine. I'm a little worried we'll have the requisite number of things to push through here. No, they're not on Saga. They're on Rug cards. There's like something to be said about bringing a Needle for like Boseiju, Ren 6, Wasteland. Seems kind of reasonable. I really hate bringing in 1 Needle against Oko decks, but 4 Cage is a lot of Cage. I kind of think this Swan Song might not be great here. Actually, you know, the Boseiju looks good. Yeah, let's just take 1 Swan Song out. I feel like it's an easy, like, Swan Song get killed by Swan Song match. Now I wish I had my 2 repeals instead of 2 dress downs, not me. This hand's so bad. I have my stupid Nature's Claim, my 60th best card in the deck, and a Needle. That's much better. I think I am just going to, again, put away the Moxen here. I'm not saying that Cage is bad. I just don't know about 4 Cages. Is Cage really their best choice against graveyard decks? I don't know. A lot of the times, you can just easily like hollow one and root wall through a Cage. But maybe with your Tarmogoyf deck, you're not as worried, and maybe Tarmogoyf covers the weaknesses of Cage. Can we stop looking at my hand? Yeah, I'm 100% to fetch an island. My opponent is definitely a Wasteland deck. Yeah, you're not wrong. I don't think it does like. Yeah, it's fair. I don't know. Like, are you bringing in Cages against Breach where they're playing 1 Breach, 1 Tinker? Like, you can. I don't know if that's good. Oh yeah, I mean, Vintage is in a pretty strong spot. Do I think Tinker Breach, like the deck itself? I'm gonna withhold judgment on the deck itself. I think the card Tinker for Citadel is too good. All right, Cage, sure. I wish I had 2 repeals, not me. I'll just be salty about this all day. It's fine. If my opponent ends up misstepping this preordain, do I really care? I don't think so. Wow, those are really good draws. God, those are the single best draws, aren't they? Do I need the land? I think so. The Yoko's a little awkward because of Pyroblast, though. Like, I probably am supposed to Oko this Cage. Yeah, it probably doesn't matter. Now I just want to consider, do I want this land drop? I think so. I mean, I can wait to play the Oko. It's something I can definitely do. I actually don't think it's a problem if I elk the Cage and my Oko gets blasted, though. Doesn't really look like a problem. I think I want this land drop in case something happens to my Emerald. I guess like it plays into the possible one of Mindbreak Trap. Why the rush? Because it's a good use of mana and my opponent is tapped out. So I can't get Flusterstormed. Maybe this just gets countered. That would be a pretty reasonable play from them. It's like a really strong use of my mana to be doing this on this turn. And they know about Flusterstorm here, so I have to elk this though in case I get blasted. I think I'm supposed to cycle this Emerald actually. There's like no way I'm going to be able to use Repeal to defend Oath anyways. So this will draw me into... Yeah, I'm going to cycle this Emerald. I don't think I'm going to replay the Emerald, but... I think it's okay if they have a second Cage. Oh, it doesn't cast Oath. It costs me a mana to... I just think it's better to use my mana efficiently. It also technically threatens like Force. Okay. That was like just a very good preordain. It's going to be Ren, or is it going to be something else? Tarmogoyf, maybe? Ren. Okay. That means my Oko will die unless I Emerald and make an Elk. It's kind of annoying. Needle. But I kind of need to trigger my Oath of Druids, don't I? I guess I can... I guess I could technically name Renin 6 here. Does Flusterstorm protect me from anything? It shouldn't really protect me from anything. Yeah, I guess it does protect me from Vigor. True. Did we see any Vigors? It doesn't look like they have any Vigors in their 75 the last time they played. It doesn't really protect us from claim because our opponent can just play their fetch land and claim us with to beat Flusterstorm, so... Looks like they're just going to kill the Oko. Maybe they have a Beseiju. If they have Beseiju Ren, it's like real bad for us. Probably just going to lose to our Elk in that situation. This feels like a Flusterstorm. They're probably playing 1 to 2 Beseijus. I don't have their most recent list. Like, their last list is from July, so I don't know. This seems like a easy Flusterstorm target. Push them away from being able to find Beseiju. If they have claim, like, we get claimed. It's pretty bad, but... But if they have Cage, it's really bad for us too, because they can kill our Oko and play Cage. So this seems like a very high value Fluster. Okay. We're in. We had to go in. 5 cards left in hand. One of them's a fetch. All right, Oko down. Cage number 2. Beseiju. I mean, I don't think it's like a huge deal if we get Wastelanded if we get to do an Oath trigger, but... Yeah, they had the Beseiju run. Man, super good. Couldn't have gone... Okay. Let's bait with this. I think it's better to hit... I guess it's actually just better to hit Beseiju, isn't it? Because that covers the second Beseiju. I think so. They will get to flip into a Goyf. if we get it. I guess that's fine. I drew really well this game, and I'm still like kind of getting my ass kicked. Like, I think we drew extremely well in this game, and I still feel like we're the underdog. This matchup doesn't seem good if they have 4 cages. Camera died. We can fix that. How do I fix that? 1 second. They just found another cage. All right, apparently I can't fix that. I don't really know. they found a second cage and then merchant scrolled for force of will. Good lord. Oh boy. This is kind of crazy how many cages they have. All right, it is what it is. This matchup seems impossible if they're going to play this many things. Don't know how we're going to win. Misdirection? My opponent is deep. They're super deep. Oh. Oko. I mean, repeal is just going to get misdirected. I guess I'll just put the Oko back in my deck. We can still draw Beseiju, right? Can they can't redirect misdirect Beseiju. Like, we can draw our 1 Beseiju. That's our out in this game. Oh, we can't draw Beseiju. We have no outs in this game. True. True. All right, whatever. Let's go next. I don't think we have any plays, right? They have force. I guess we can keep playing it. Yeah, I'm aware the camera is gone. I can't seem to get the camera to come back. So we're gonna have to wait until after. I don't know where the camera went. It's still working on my side, so it's the cam link. They have 2 forces. Awesome. They have 3 forces. All right, yeah. Let's go next game. Let's go next game. Jesus. I hate this so much. If I had needled Ren, I guess I had to needle Ren. I didn't think about I would need to draw my 1 Beseiju. I don't think that was going to matter much, but so be it. All right. How do I deactivate? Configure video. Activate. Hello? Please? Camera, please? Ah! I'm alive. Okay. I mean, this is just going to be such a hard matchup with opponent having the sheer number of answers that they do have in their deck. I don't think I want to bring in more specific things that kill claim. I think 2 is like more than reasonable. We have deed, repeal, claim. It is what it is. We just had to get paired against the player with 4 Grafdigger's cages. It hurts. It definitely hurts. I'm gonna just disagree with you there. I think it's very likely that our swan song ends up just killing us in this matchup. I think Fluster's much stronger. Hoping to draw a Fluster or a Swan Song to back up this Oko. If this is getting countered, I'm pretty sure I'm happy. Sure, you got it. Absolutely. By all means, Pyroblast my Time Walk. Yeah, Minx and Boo was an Oath. I don't know how you played in Tinker, but... Top, bottom. Demonic. It's an interesting card. It's gotta be Ancestral. No. I feel like Oko is too vulnerable for something like that. It just gets blasted all the time. I mean, yeah, we could get our ancestral misdirection. This is a true thing that could happen. I'm not going to worry about something like that. We have time to look for our window as well. God, that's so good against me. It's just not a good situation. It's just not a good window. Opponent's got more preordains than I do. Bottom. They miss a well, then they already played land. I probably want to hit land here or fluster. Land's pretty reasonable. I think this is just an upkeep ancestral. I don't think I can play Oko there because I do think playing around Fluster makes sense. Yeah, I mean, getting ranched here. Superior cards. Just got Ren and 6 locked. I mean, I drew Memory's Journey. My opponent drew Mental Misstep Force, Preordain and Preordain. Oh, I'm not getting Wasteland locked? They must have Pyro as well. Holy shit. It's the only way that makes sense, right? Yeah, I mean, my opponent's draw is just significantly better than mine. What the fuck? I just have no counterplay to this draw. My opponent even pyroblasted a time walk. Like they had cards to spare here. I didn't even 2-for-1 myself. Like I negated with full mana cost. Quite disgusting. They're not wastelanding me again? What does that mean? It means they have Oko plus counter magic? Or maybe they have Mystic Sanctuary in their deck? I mean, you can get back Wasteland and still play Minx. That doesn't really stop you from playing Minx. And it's probably a better use of your mana, so you can Wasteland next turn and then Wasteland again twice in the same turn. That doesn't make any sense. You'd still get back Wasteland. They're just passing? Oh, they have hard cast Mindbreak Trap. That's what they have. You can still get back Wasteland if you want a hard cast Mindbreak Trap. I think I'm not going to play Oko here. I think I'm going to Preordain and Memory's Journey the Wasteland when they go for it. I don't think Force is the card that's getting me out of this game. We can also blank a Sanctuary here, so... I guess we don't blank Sanctuary with Mindbreak Trap. What is this? Dig through time? I mean, these are the best cards. The best of cards. These are the worst of cards. Not much to say. Maybe I should have made them play out game 2, huh? They are playing really slow. Yeah, I guess I should have made them play out game 2. I didn't want to. I want to conserve my mental, but... They're just going to have another wasteland. Whatever. Oh, you know what they're doing? They know about Memory's Journey, right? Because they had Probe? No, they didn't have Probe. Oh, I don't know what's going on then. Maybe they don't have a land here and they were trying to get Hardcast Force. All right, what do I need? I need... Oh, they have second wasteland, yeah. Okay. Yep. For some reason, I don't think that's what I need. The perils of playing Oath. Yeah, hardcast negation. Cool. I mean, all counters plus restricted draw spell. That's gonna do it. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, I should have made him play out game 2. So that one's on me. Probably win this game on time if I had made them play game 2 all the way to conclusion. I mean, they automatically get a wasteland if I don't shuffle it in, you know? I'm gonna hold this Emerald Oath in hopes that they play a Goyf. I mean, their hand's probably, what, 4 Grafdigger's Cages, though? So at some point, they can turn on infinite Force of Negations as well. Probably right now, I would assume. Yeah. I mean, this is not a representative deed game, so it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, sure. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Infinite Ancestrals now. They brought an Ancient Grudge versus us? What? Like, my opponent can be drawing Ancient Grudges, but instead they're drawing all of the good stuff. Yeah, I mean, I lost this game. It's my own fault. I would have won this match if I had just made them play out game 2. So, it's on me. I mean, they just have to draw into Tarmogoyf and then they kill me, right? It's not that hard. Or even draw into Oko. All things are they're going to kill me in time. Almost assuredly. But like I said, it's definitely my fault. If I just made them play game 2, it's probably good enough. I was lazy, and I tried to preserve my mental, and it backfired. I am, like, a little tilted that I got Ancient Grudged. But it is what it is. Oh, well. In the 0-1 bracket, it doesn't get any easier. So we're up against world champion Javier Dominguez, who might even be on the same deck. I know that they play the same deck sometimes as our last round opponent, so we'll see what happens. Yep, it's a keeper. To be fair, they play a very different version of Rug than our last opponent. They play, like Ragavans and Collector Oofs and, a little bit more action. Definitely a very different take on Rug in comparison to our last round opponent, if that is in fact what Javier is on today. I don't really want these. Obviously, I'm, exposing myself not having a Swan Song up, but I think that's fine on turn 1 on the play against the decks that Javier chooses to run typically. What? But that is an Underground Sea. Oh, it's a Deathrite Shaman. I was like, is that a Doomsday? No. It's just 4-color Walkers probably, and there's our Oath, and I don't know. Playing Deathrite Shaman against Oath of Druids is a good time for us. We have Force Swan Song back up here. Okay. All right. Thank you for playing Deathrite Shaman. I'm just gonna bring in Negation Fluster and take out Vigor. I guess we could play Needle instead of something. Dress down. Okay, game 2. Yeah, this hand has got problems, but at least it has Oaths. Okay, so it is 4-color Walkers. No. I do think we ran hot in the last series as well. opponent was just a little bit hotter and had like a lot more answers than the typical vintage deck. It's gonna be Ancestral. That seems really good for us. Don't think they're beating this. Milling over a lot of cards today. I actually don't know what I'm keeping this fluster for. I actually think I'm okay with them oathing here. I was thinking about holding this till end step, but if my opponent oaths here, it means I get to oath again. So I think that's just fine. Sure. I think this is fine, because if they are going to pay for this, it means they don't get answers. Oh, they're just not going to pay for this. Okay. Okay, they're just off it. I would think I would have let me flip just in case I flip down to 0 cards. But yeah. That's what happens versus a regular rug deck, not a deck with 8,000 answers. Okay. All right. Round 3. Vintage Challenge. Dirty Deeds. Ew. What a gross hand of Magic the Gathering cards. Especially against Tinker. Let's just put this back. Much better hand. Much better hand. I'm just gonna put back I think I'm gonna put back Deed here. This lets me hold up Ancestral Besiege You. Though I'm probably just gonna cast Ancestral. Who am I kidding? Hell yeah. I accept. God, we can even draw another blue card next turn. Okay, Urza Saga. Kind of wish we had the Deed. It's fine though. Urza Saga, not really a problem here. Man, Deed looks real good right now. Boom. Means my opponent doesn't have Fluster or Pyro or anything though, so that's pretty good for us. I think I'm just gonna hold this Besiege You. Man, Deed would be so nice here, huh? Okay, we have a ton of blue mana now. I don't think they have any. They probably don't have any direct answers to Oath, though. They probably need to do something like Tinker. I don't really think that's what I want to see. I shouldn't need Memory's Journey, but I think I'd rather stay safe. Let's give them another creature because Archon takes away a creature. A Braid. Ponder, Preordain. I mean, sure. I wonder if we should just Besage you this Saga. Kind of seems free. I don't know. I feel like there's very few ways to lose this game if my opponent doesn't have Saga. Like, I don't even know if there are ways with Saga, but like Saga getting Black Lotus is a way we can lose this game, right? Feels like a pretty good idea. Does fix them still for red, but I don't know. With 2 forces, seems like it makes sense to me. I don't think I have to force this Ancestral, but okay. Yeah, I'm gonna let that go. I fixed them into Pyroblast. Wonder if I should have just let the Ancestral go in the first place. Because it doesn't really matter if they have Pyroblast, right? Could still lose this game. Narset. Yeah, Narset's fine. Means we're gonna not draw as many cards, unfortunately, but I think it's also okay. Fluster. They've done a really good job in this game of playing powerful cards. Oh my god, I have 6 cards left in my library. Maybe letting Narset go is actually a good thing for me. My Archons have been quite low in my deck. Yeah, I'm not planning on attacking the Narset here. They can sack the Narset. They also get to flip here if they want to. Don't think that matters very much, but did I forget to activate Orchard last turn? Can't remember. They flipped into a Hullbreacher. Perfect. I can't draw cards. Perfect. Oh god, are we gonna get twisted out of this game after I put a Hullbreacher in play? That'd be pretty funny. Did I miss a Orchard activation, or I don't think I did. I didn't have to put a second Archon in play, but I wanted this game to end. I could lose. My opponent picked a Flusterstorm last turn, so if they just go Narset into Wheel of Fortune, right? Seems like I'm losing that game. depending on what they draw. Yeah, Demonic Tutor. Wow. What if we lose this game? We're going to lose this game. Demonic into... Wow. I guess technically we're not lost yet. I guess if I force this now, the Flusterstorm is... If I wait, then the Flusterstorm is 3. Oh, I guess I can just wait then. So what's the deal? It'll try to draw the first card. It's just going to make 7 Hullbreachers, right? Maybe I'm just supposed to counter the first Demonic. I don't know. It's fine. Oh, they went for Breach. Okay. Well, what if I just Journey? Oh, I guess if I Journey, I get flustered. Okay, so I have to just force. So if they have Fluster, like double Fluster or Fluster Pyro, then... Wow, this game is super close. This deck is so broken. Holy shit. Yeah, but what am I gonna do? Am I gonna just hit Time Walk and Ancestral, and maybe I could have done that. Oh wow, I'm gonna get wrecked here if they find Black Lotus. Wow. Okay, yeah, so my opponent digs and then flusters my force, and then if they have Black Lotus, they can win. They might need Black Lotus and a card. The fact that we're just getting our ass kicked in this game where we resolved a easy Oath double Archon. Oh, Narset, Ancestral, very strong cards, huh? Hmm. I'm really glad we besaged the Saga, because if they had a Black Lotus here, we're just losing, right? Maybe I was supposed to attack Narset. Yeah, that's why I said they might need more than just Black Lotus. Oh, appreciate that. This game is very scary. Kind of brutal. Can we accidentally draw out here? If we attack with both and they sack both. No, we would only draw what, 1 card? Or we wouldn't even, do we draw after? We draw after, so we would draw 1 card, 2 cards down to 3 cards, and then they could ancestral us. So we should actually only attack with 1 Archon. Okay, fair, I guess. We can attack with 1 Archon, so we don't die to ancestral. Oh, no, the ancestral's in the yard. They hit force. Okay. So that gives them 1 ancestral. Okay, they get 1 ancestral recall, but they can't target us because there's a Hullbreacher in play. Okay, so they have to hit Black Lotus here. No, they wouldn't have enough cards to DT. Wow. We're really close to losing that game. Breach is so good. Breach is insane. So I'm gonna bring in negation. Oh yeah, I guess they just die to the drain. Sure, yeah, that doesn't matter. So the question is, how much stuff do I want here? I think the answer is just land. I think this is like enough things. They have so many answers. Yeah, we could cut the island. Reasonable. This looks fine to me. I don't think I actually want more flusters with Swan Song and all these other cards. I'm not really convinced that Fluster is the best counter against this Breach deck. It doesn't really hit a lot of the things that I'd like to hit, and sometimes it gets out mana'd by their just like multiple Mox in hands. Uh-oh. Archon in hand. 2 flusters. Misstep. Man, this hand's super close. I think it has to just go back, though. It's like a pseudo mulligan to 5. It's not a bad 5, but I feel like 6 we can do better. This is technically better. Just gonna get rid of this deed. Oh, maybe I need to keep the deed and get rid of a Swan Song, actually. Because I might have to kill all these Orchard tokens. Yeah, I have a Gataxian Probe. I should be able to find a land. Okay. Ancestral Recall. It's a magic card. Force. It's a good one. Show me your secrets. Ancestral Hullbreacher Trap deck. Wow, we get to play around Trap here. I guess we could just play through Trap here. They trap us, we force it, they untap, they recall. It's probably not worth it. Maybe we can bait trap with a Soul Guide as well. I guess we have to force Dak Fade in technically, because we don't have a land. Okay, they actually did trap our Soul Guide Lantern. That's sweet. Makes sense, like we know about their trap, so. If they Ancestral, we just get to snap off a Swan Song. If they Dak, we probably have to force. I was thinking like we could have maybe no Ancestral for you. Man, playing the game with Probe is just so stupid. Wow, they drew Mental Misstep. Uh-huh. Alright, well, I mean, I know what their cards are, so. Brutal Mental Misstep there, though. If I could have just kept Force up, would have been super happy, Justin. I don't think I need to technically force the Ancestral. It just feels like the best play knowing their hand. All right, are we playing Dak Vaden? No, Hullbreacher. So we don't draw extra cards off of the Archon. So they are going to get a... They're going to lose a card in hand and get a treasure. So they have a Dak Vaden left in their hand. But they're just pretty dead to this Archon, right? Here's Dak Vaden. They want to get rid of my force. They can. Don't care. If they drew Twister or Tinker here, they can actually win because they can Dak Vaden me, get 2 treasure tokens, and then Twister or Tinker, which is pretty crazy. But they would have to top deck exactly to Twister or Tinker, I would think. And then we can just leave them at 2 creatures, get an Archon. They lose a creature, attack. They lose their... Well, they could probably lose their Dak Vaden and keep their Hullbreacher if they wanted. But it would put them to 0 cards again. Actually, could be annoying. They could technically draw out of this again. I upgraded the camera a while back, but I just upgraded the lighting setup, so it should look really nice. Thank you. Black Lotus. I could still technically lose this game because they have just enough life, right? They're gonna go to 1. Do I want them to flip over their yard? I guess. So if I make a token and then Archon kills a token, takes the card out of their hand. Or I don't make a token, they can lose. No, I think I don't want them to make a token because this way they can lose Dak Vaden. Don't think it's a bad thing if I flip over their yard unless they draw exactly Breach, I guess. I could also draw a blue card. All right, that's pretty good. Will you sacrifice Hullbreacher or Dak Vaden? I assume... I don't know what I assume. Hullbreacher. They left the Dak Vaden. Let me draw a card. All right, they're at 1. They have 5 mana, a draw, and a Dak Vaden loot, but we have a force, so... They also have an Oath Trigger, technically. I guess they could Oath Trigger into Hullbreacher. Okay, not bad. Still have the same thing, though, so... Their 1 card is always going to be forced here, and then we win. It was really close, honestly. We did 2-0 Breach, but it didn't feel super favored. Very interesting. Okay, here we go. Round 4. We're versus Doomsday. We have lost this player on Doomsday in the past. Our hand is not like super good against Doomsday, but man, I think I might mulligan this hand, to be honest. On the draw versus Doomsday, this hand is just kind of bad. Like, I can't even hold open Fluster, Swan Song, Dress Down, or anything on turn 1. I have to cast Preordain and hope to hit Force and have Force be good enough. Okay, assuming this is not the opponents on Doomsday, which they usually are. Don't think this hand is good enough. I'm just going to mulligan it. This is just so much better. Just much, much better hand. I'm going to bottom the Oko and keep all my interaction. The power of the mulligan. play some Drago, and then if we draw an Oath, then we have some avenue of attack. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna let them use their Vampiric, and it takes up a whole draw step. We have the answers, I hope. Kind of just feels like a free roll misstep. I don't have to. Like, I could theoretically let Doomsday resolve with this hand, but Okay. Necro. I don't want Necro to resolve. Should we Swan Song? Puts me on a clock, but it's kind of cool. Flusterstorm wouldn't have countered Necropotence here, which is really interesting. So they have 2 cards left. We just need an Oath. We are on a 9-turn clock here with this bird token. But I think that's okay. Don't think I want to cycle dress down. It's my force and top, huh? Hit a land. 2 cards in hand. Okay. Yeah. Oko does it. Oath does it. Ponder's reasonable. Probably play land first, just in case they were to fluster. Maybe not. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a shuffle. Wow, we would lose so badly. Okay. Well, we drew the cantrip, and cantrip technically saved us from a horrid fate of death by bird. What is this? Black, black? Gush? Wow, it's quite good. Yeah. Black, black, play Underground Sea, cast Doomsday. Well, I thought we were extremely favored in this game, but it's gone quite poorly. We have drawn land a lot, but... I mean... I cast Ponder, it showed me 3 lands, I shuffled, and I drew 2 lands. So... not much I can do. They probe and they see that I've only drawn lands the entire game. It hurts. It hurts for sure. I felt like that was such a good hand against Doomsday, too. Feels like a waste. Just feels like an absolute waste. Like, our deck isn't as good at cantripping as Doomsday is. No deck is. But we're still playing the full preordain sweep. Drawing a preordain at any point instead of a land is probably just solves the problem. Uh-oh. Yogwill in your Doomsday deck? I love it. That's tech right there. My opponent has a Yogwill, and they don't have the mana to cast it yet, but that's wild. I like it. What the fuck? Okay. I mean, some games of Magic you are not allowed to win. This apparently is one of them. They still can't Doomsday, though, because they don't have the mana yet. They still can't Yogwill, because there's no mana in here. Oh, they have Dark Ritual. Alright, you got me. What? Alright, well. Boy. Yeah. That was bad. That was quite bad. I guess we'll just bring in Needle. Yeah, I mean, Rep Justin. I don't know. Like, I pondered. 3 lands, shuffle, 3 lands. Okay, whatever. Let's try again. Round 2. Game 2. Much better. Keep. I do think I'm supposed to not play Oath here. I think I'm supposed to brainstorm with Fetch and try to sculpt a better hand with like a Swan Song and a Fluster. Yeah. That went really well for us. I could theoretically jam Needle on Pluto Delta right now. I actually kind of think I like that too, with Mental Misstep in hand already. How many Deltas do I have in my deck? 1. I think I play this. This looks pretty good. This is a good start. Oath, Orchard, Misstep, Fluster. Feel pretty strong. Didn't have Delta. Oh no, are we gonna get turn 1 through Mental Misstep? I mean, okay, fair enough, I guess. Doomsday things. Could have played around it, to be fair. So the Drawing Ancestral does not solve any problems. And I'm not sure we're getting another turn here. It's pretty hard for opponent. I mean, if they just have a Daze, it's actually not that hard. If they just have like Street Wraith, Ancestral Daze, Street Wraith, Ancestral Force, all of those things kill us. I kept Mental Misstep because it's kind of hard to die on turn 1 through Mental Misstep. Like normally you want to try to get your cantrip on turn 1 because it's harder for Doomsday to kill you on turn 1, but I mean, especially with a Needle, like they have to have very much exactly Black Lotus Doomsday non-Delta land. Okay. It was in their hand. They have force backup? Oh my god, they have force backup! So their opening hand is Underground Sea, Black Lotus, Doomsday, Ancestral, Force, blue card. Yeah, alright, cool. Awesome. Great. Just turn 1, force backup. What a joke. Like, I don't know. Am I just supposed to always like I can't cast any cantrips against on Doomsday? I'm never allowed to tap out. I had a fluster. I don't know. All right, here we go. Powerful Wizard. Are they still on oops or have they changed to something else? This hand does not function. Let's try again. This hand does do the functioning. I like to keep. They're on a mull of 5. That kind of sounds like oops. I'm going to play Orchard Go with Flusterstorm Force backup down to 4. All right, they kept a 4-card hand. Orchard Go. Might have another quick round here if they're oopsing. Yep, oops all spells. Tap land. Jet. Go. Don't know if I'm supposed to actually play Oath here, to be honest. Ooh. Wow, I have a lot of choices. Wish this Besage was a blue land, then it'd be really easy pass. I think I'm gonna play Besage and pass. Hold open, Fluster Force Ancestral. If they do go for a spy, we can just Ancestral kill them. And if they don't, then I'll just cast Ancestral targeting me. Okay. Okay, I got all my counter spells. Okay. All right. So, oops, all spells. We're gonna bring in ley lines, and we're going to bring in negation, and I don't know, probably fluster, needle, soul guide, claim. I don't know. We're trying to do the control deck. I don't know how many of these are necessary. Dress down pretty good. I don't even know if we want Oath at all. What if we just don't play Oath? We just play Oko Control? Don't know if Swan Song's actually good. We don't need Island. Probably don't know how many claims. Like, one claim is reasonable. Tutor target. I feel like Fluster is just better Swan Song. Well, I can take out Memory's Journey if I take out Oath. That's pretty reasonable. And you shouldn't really need Yogwill either, right? So if I just take out all of this and I play Bug Control, feels like a reasonable way to play this game. I've never done this before, but it seems correct to me. Not a great hand with our Forbidden Orchard, but I guess we have a Pernicious Deed backup, so it's not too big of a deal. We have the Force and a Misstep. Basically never going to put that away. And a Dress Down. Yeah, I like where we're at here. It's a reasonable hand. Grief. Black Lotus. Uh-oh. Balustrade Spy. Force it. Do they just have backup? Oh, it's just turn 1, force backup kill. Nothing we can do there. I want to see what they have. They have triple Narcomoeba or quadruple Narcomoeba. They have Packs of Negation, Cabal Therapy, at least 4 Charbelchers, the full 4 Charbelchers. 2 chains, 3 chains, 4 chains, 4 chains, 4 Charbelcher. Wow. Okay. So our opponent just gets a bunch of Narcomoebas, looks at our hand, and then Dredge returns the Thassa's Oracle. I guess technically Memory's Journey does shuffle that, but it's probably worse than what we have going here. Okay, I mean, we needed a ley line in our opening hand for that, but I wasn't going to mulligan the hand we did have. Definitely keeping this. Don't think I will use my Orchard on turn 1. Probably just Orchard go with all of this stuff. Opponent's already down to 4 cards. I'm surprised Medivh keeps playing this deck. I don't really think it's good. It's pretty good for multi-queuing, if that's what they're all doing. But besides that, I think it's like, you know, it's a combo deck that is powerful, but it's all in and very vulnerable. The problem with this hand is I have an Orchard instead of any other land, in which case I would like very easily preordain here. But ooh, do they have something good? Narcomoeba. Yeah. The beatdown is on. Alright, I'm gonna have to preordain now. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Kind of need a land, please. There we go. I really don't want another Orchard. I think I'll just take this for I need to find a stupid deed, though, or an Oko. My one needle is really good here, though. I think I'll take the needle. I'm not going to use the extra Orchard mana right now, though. I don't want to increase this clock by too much. Maybe I'm not allowed to keep this needle. I could see that being true. Yeah. Time walk. All right. Definitely need at least one of these. Yeah, I'll probably just keep one. I guess this kind of ruins my deed plan. But Oko is still really good. Guess I'm kind of regretting not having Oath in my deck. Ancestral. Kind of want to force it. I might not win this game. Ooh, that's a good draw. I don't know if they'll play negation. That doesn't matter if they do, right? Okay. Kind of like just figuring their 2 mana. Still a 6-turn clock. Like the minute I draw Oko, everything is fine again, but I do have to draw Oko, and we've had a hard time finding spells. We've already played 2 Preordain and a Ponder and an Ancestral. I think I'm going to cycle this. I am concerned. I'm very concerned. Charbelcher, Dark Ritual, Demonic. Yeah. That's kind of what I expected, but I still am not winning because I had to give them a spirit token. All right, that's good. Thank God. Demonic. Oko. Just make a food here, and then next turn I can turn the Pearl into a thing to block the spirit, and then we're good. I can maybe even steal the Narcomoeba if we want. We're just gonna win this game with Oko and counters, hopefully. They can't kill us with the mill spell. They can't kill us with the Charbelcher currently. All right, so let's just start by standing up this Pearl. And we could still, like, I guess we could still technically lose this game because my opponent is drawing and they can eventually hit like a Chain of Vapor. But we have the time on our side with this Oko here, hopefully. Was the whole idea. I think I'm just going to gain life. Another Oko. Maybe gain life was silly. But this is a 2-turn clock, so... Or now it's a 2-turn clock. I don't think that's necessary. Maybe we can do that with our other Oko or something. But if they leave back 1 blocker, we can give them Needle if we want. All right. So if I give them Needle and take Narcomoeba, and then I don't have a lethal attack. I don't think switching is even good here. All right, well, the question becomes, can they successfully Charbelcher me? They need to bounce the Needle and Charbelcher me this turn. I was like worried about something like Chain of Vaporing the Needle. I don't know exactly how that would like play out. I think the idea we had in this game was good. The idea of boarding out our oaths and just becoming a control deck. I'm not 100% sure I made all the best choices, but like if our opponent didn't mulligan so low, we might have lost this game. Might just not have enough time. It was mostly because we drew Orchard as our only land. If we had drawn Tropical instead of Orchard, the clock would have been minuscule. But I think you're allowed to do this when opponent plays this kind of deck. You don't need to do your oath thing anymore. Here we go. Round 6 of 6. Currently 3-2 with the worst breakers in the tournament. Just gotta play and get our money back here. Let's see what we can do here. Viga, Preordain, 5 lands. Let's put this back. Oath. Yeah. I accept. Make them have it. That's a make them have it if I've ever seen one. Oh boy. Some nice follow-up to it too as well. We got the Preordain. Mole into 6 from the opponent. All right, 6-card hand from the opponent. Does it have a force? Survey says no force of will, no vigor. Okay, what do you have for us? Island, Mana Crypt, Ruby, Soul Ring, PO, kill me. I don't have my vigor up. If I had another green card, I could vigor, but top? Tinker? No, Twister. Okay. That's a really good hand. Okay. Well, we have Demonic Walk. Opponent has quite the array of Magic the Gathering cards here. All right, so time to find out what's in their hand. Probe is a good draw for the situation. That was definitely a good twist. Lots of fast mana. Makes sense that they would keep this hand. Don't know if we're favored from this spot, but it's not terrible. It depends on what they drew. All right, so first things first, we get Archon. We lose out. Okay. They discard. And then probably just discards a land, I would think. Yeah. And then probe, show us your hand. How many pyro? How many force? Oh, they're just gonna pyro the probe? Interesting. This looks like that's what's happening, right? Pyro on probe? No. They decided not to. Oh, they have breach pyro. We did mill time walk, so we don't have access to demonic. Maybe we just need to find a bunch of forces. Demonic for force. Preordain. How many swan songs? How many flusters? Is a swan song left? All right, well, I'm just gonna go double force and hope it's good enough. I guess we can theoretically go deed. I guess we could go vigor. And then hit Ruby Jet. That might even be better. Well, we can just wait until they can play Breach. Maybe we don't want to hit their things. Hitting Ruby Jet kind of seems good. Though I guess it turns on their Breach. I feel like hitting Ruby Jet is really good. Means they'll only have one red or black source off of Misty if they don't, and they won't even be able to play Saga. Red, black, float. Sure, we're in upkeep, aren't we? Spin. They know the cards. Maybe they have to refactor their game plan. All right, so red and black mana have been eliminated. So that should turn back on our force through Pyro. They use the Misty, crack the Misty. Are they just going to go for a Twister again? I guess they could technically do that. Nice. Congrats. Kind of weird games. Vault? God, did they draw a Time Vault key with Pyro backup? There's no way, right? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. I got scared there. Oh, Lord. I was going to be very sad, Justin. I have 0. This was the last card of my library. Man. All right. Well, I'm going to Memories Journey back. Yogwill, Time Walk, and Deed. Yogwill, Time Walk, and I know they have Pyro, but I have Force. So as long as Flusterstorm isn't their top card, it should be fine. Yogwill, Time Walk, and oh, but the Time Walk doesn't actually do it, right? Because if I get Time Walked, I'm drawing a card, and then I'm drawing a card. No, Time Walk doesn't do anything for me. So what card does do something for me? Should I just take like Force, and Yogwill? If I let this trigger resolve, I draw a card and die. What? What are we talking about? Do I just lose this game? Oh, I can dress down. True. True. Oh, I'm gonna put back Yogwill and well, maybe I do want Time Walk then. Yogwill, Time Walk, Black Lotus? I don't know, something like that. They have Fluster? That's just so gross. That's disgusting. I can't believe we lost this game because of this stupid shit. That happens every fucking time I play Oath. No, Dress Down also draws me a card. Like, my Archon was the single last card in my deck. It's just unlucky. I mean, maybe I'm supposed to play Gaia's Blessing in this version, but it just feels so good with Yogwill to play Memory's Journey. That's so stupid. I mean, I didn't have to put the second Archon in play, I guess. It felt correct. How many cards I had left? I have 16. And it was the bottom one. Even if it was like the third from the bottom, that would be fine. All right, whatever. Move on. Maybe I just have to play Gaia's Blessing, even though it's Will and Journey are so good together. Or just accept the fact that sometimes I lose games where I it should be fine. So if I mill over my deck, I can just Memory's Journey the Yogwill back and then Yogwill my whole library. Play all of my Moxen, do all of the things. Typically winning. Though we don't have like, you know, it's not as winning in this deck, but like I could Pernicious Deed the board away, attack with my Archons of Cruelty, make an Oko. Like I can do anything. I can do I play my whole deck out. So I don't know. I just submitted 61. I don't know. All of these cards are good. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be cutting here, actually. All of these cards are supposed to be for this kind of matchup. Whatever. 61 it is. This hand's so bad. Has double force, but doesn't have any play. Man, I don't know about this. Hope this Preordain's good. I wonder if it's better to actually play Oko on this turn. Probably not. Force check. Yeah, they had force. All right, well. Rough life. I can't believe we lost that last game. Maybe I'm not allowed to Archon there with that few cards left in my deck. I don't know. guess I'm supposed to play this Pearl out in case they twist. Didn't really consider that. Demonic Ancestral, sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or do you have like additional Mox and Twist? That'd be even brutaler. Our opponent didn't cast Ancestral yet. Does that mean they just have Tinker? If they didn't go for Ancestral and they never cast it, it makes me think they just have Tinker. Or maybe they were playing around Fluster. I don't remember how I tapped. Yeah. You have double Fluster? Maybe they were just waiting to protect their Ancestral with Fluster. Hullbreacher? Okay. I did pitch Deed instead of Oko, which maybe that was a mistake. Just felt like Deed wasn't the call with the Mox Pearl in play, but I know I'm trying to untilt from last game and I'm not doing a great job of it. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to keep the Deed. Interesting. Whatever. I don't care anymore. Give me an oath. Give me an oath, please. Yeah, sure. This is only a 6-turn clock, so looks bad, man. I think they tutored for Tinker. I'm pretty sure they tutored for Tinker because they just kept Flusterstorm up and then they were going to Tinker with Flusterstorm back up. Makes sense to me that they tutored for Tinker. I mean, we're going to die to these Spirit tokens, so it doesn't matter too much. No shot they have Force of Will with their hardcast 5 mana there, right? Yeah, sure. Ah, boy. Looks like it's gonna be too late. Well, I mean, I did cast Time Walk and give them an additional clock. Like, it's also possible that I just like seriously misplayed by pitching Deed instead of pitching Oko. Could have easily pitched Oko instead of Deed, and it would have worked out fine. I don't know. I'm so upset about game one. Yeah, that's the right time for that oath to come. Yeah. All right. Well, 3-3. I might not money back. Probably don't money back. I probably miss min cash. The deck was fine. I think the deck was fine. I don't know. There were definitely some moments where it was like really rough. I don't know. I definitely don't think this was the correct configuration. Probably just want the Deed and the Vigor back in the board. Get the Narset back in the main. The stress downs were just abysmal all day. I think I probably want more repeals. And maybe it's just like another Oko. Maybe you just want 4 Okos here. So then something like this looks a little better. And then I have to decide whether this journey is better than Gaia's Blessing. And I don't want to make that choice now because I feel like I'm I am biased at the moment. I will speak with emotions instead of with logic. So I don't know. It's possible that this is definitely every time I've built the deck, I've decided that Memory's Journey was the objectively correct choice, and it probably is still the case. But this deck I think still functions, and it definitely still does the thing. We played against 0 shops, 0 Dredge. We played 2 Tinker Breach, went 1-1. We played Oops and Doomsday as all-in combo decks, went 1-1. And then we played against Rug and Deathrite and 4-color Walkers, and we went 1-1. So a whole lot of nothing, which is unfortunate, but this deck's cool. Swan Song has been fine. I'm not 100% sure it's actually good enough. Sometimes, like, dying to this 2/2 bird is very demoralizing. So, I think that's all for me today. Thank you for watching. More vintage content Monday, Wednesday, Friday on my YouTube channel. I will see you then.